What I love most about the Traitors, obviously everyone who knows me knows I love the Traitors, but this comes from the cast is all forms of life. I mean, it's Big Brother, it's Survivor, it's Real Housewives, and it's Sam Asghari, ex of Britney Spears, but model, actor, so much more. I'm so glad to talk to him, but it's kind of a bittersweet moment because this is an exit interview. So, Sam, recap your time on the Traitors for us.
I had a good time, man. I lasted longer than I expected. Um, it was I was planning on being myself and not going out of my way to push over anybody to try to last another episode on TV. And I didn't want to be selfish. I didn't want to be the center of attention. I wanted to contribute, show some personality, and be myself and eat some good food, and just experience Scotland. And that's what I did exactly.
You really did do all of that. You came across so genuine, so great on the show, and you were really starting to come into your own as at least from a viewer perspective. And then it gets cut short. I mean, what was it like as you're getting more of your voice and being more vocal about who you think the traitor is to have it cut short so suddenly?
That was part of the plan. At some point, you have to speak up. At some point, when there are facts, I don't want to accuse people of being traitors based on just very low evidence. It has to be facts for me. Even in life, I don't want to confront anybody and say something that might not be true. And I just wanted to kind of bring it up when it was time and set traps and really try to get traders out. And that's what happened. I came to Boston Rob and those last episodes and wanted to be more vocal and show that I wasn't actually dumb. I was just playing dumb for a little bit. And it worked. It worked. And some people call it the downfall when you do speak up. I call it a glow up.
It's a great way to put that in. I mean, there was really one option for the traitors. You were not going to get banished. They had to murder you because everyone knew Sam is a faithful. He's so genuine. I mean, you couldn't hide the fact that you were a faithful through and through. And you built this great relationship with Ivar, with Dylan. I mean, that was one of the best moments of the season, seeing the three of you connect so well. Hopefully, those are lifelong friendships.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Ivar is going to be a little bit tough because on he does live in the UK, and that's just going to be tough for me to go out there to try to see him. But hopefully he comes out. We're going to reunite soon as well. Dylan is living local, and he's more into the stuff that we like, active and dogs and things like that. So I do speak to him quite often. Pretty much after every episode. I mean, we haven't talked about last episode. We did talk about what we're going to wear to the reunion. So that was, we're trying to figure that out. But other than that, it's just, yeah, of course I'm going to make friends everywhere I go, and hopefully it's genuine. And if it's genuine, I really felt that energy with Dylan and Ivor. Ivor was just, we had a lot of conversations on camera, which didn't make the edits, but he did teach me, a lot about life. He was full of wisdom, and I didn't put him on the pedestal because he's a royal, and I don't put anybody on the pedestal or give him the benefit of the doubt because of what it is. I judge them how they treat people and how they are. People change. People, for the better or for worse. So with those people, I really made genuine connections. I make genuine connections with almost everybody on that show. So I hope it does last. I hope we don't get too busy to hang out with each other. So hopefully.
Great to hear that. We also have to talk about the moment from the first episode when everyone's getting to meet each other, getting to know each other. I mean, Dorinda Medley, a real housewife. People are asking her, you don't know who that is. That's Britney Spears' ex. Like, this is Sam Asghari. And the moment kind of went viral on the internet. People are like, she didn't know who this was. She's a real housewife. What has the fan reaction been like for you for that moment?
Well, me and her actually had a really genuine connection. And just because she went out the first episode, but I felt like I got to know her a lot because we did speak off camera a lot, and she's very wise. She's very wise, and I didn't judge her as a housewife. She was very classy. Her information on life and wisdom was amazing, and she was so experienced. And we had that conversation, and she didn't judge me for who I was, nor she cared. She told me, I just had an interview, and she said, I don't care. And I can care less. I see how you are, how you treat people. And same with me. I saw how she was, how she treated people. She could be a housewife. She could be anything she wants, but my genuine connection with her was absolutely amazing, and she was on Jimmy Kimmel and spoke very highly of me, which I completely uh, I adore. And she didn't have to do that, and it's just it's good to get that reaction. It's sort of I want to be I want to be remembered as someone that was pleasant, you know, and I want someone to have a good time when I'm around and get good energy, because when I get good energy from people, it's priceless. It's something that you can't pay for. It's something. It's good energy. It's a good thing. So I'm glad we made that connection. I'm sad. I was very sad to see her go. I think we lost a lot of good TV. But it is what it is. It's a game of luck at the same time.
Really, as someone has to go, it unfortunately had to be her. But here you are, you're almost made it to the end, but just cut so close, so short. But who are you rooting for? I'm guessing I know the answers, but who are you rooting for to take it home in the end?
I'm rooting for the faithfuls, obviously. Everybody that's a faithful, they deserve to win, because the traitors are just such a mess. They can't communicate. One thing I hate is miscommunication and bad teamwork. I don't care if you're a good person or a bad person. If you have bad teamwork, you're not going to get anywhere, because it takes a team, like, to make a show like Traitors. It takes a team. I'm just such a sucker for team. I come from sports, and I love that, and that's something that I love. The teamwork factor, it just feels so great. But if you're watching them, they just don't make sense. I mean, they killed me, made no sense. Obviously, last night's episode was the worst episode of the season because I'm not in it. I'm joking, but other than that, they didn't. They're kind of not doing each other favors, and they're giving themselves away by just not trusting each other, not having a good team. So, and faithfuls are being a better team, not exactly the best team, but a better team. It's just hard to be, once you're in that castle, it's very hard to even, you don't want to call somebody out, because you don't know exactly how they are, because we've voted many people out that we thought we were traitors. I mean, look at Wes. Wes was like, oh, you're a traitor, but he's not. Nikki and Sierra and everybody that we kind of voted out, was Tony was one of them. He was a big he was just messing everything up, and he was acting like a big traitor. Wes was a horrible traitor. But sometimes, like I said, a bad traitor, a bad faithful is worse than a traitor. So, it's just a game of timing and the game of luck and a game of what it comes down to. So
We saw that example quite a few times this season of a bad faithful is worse than a traitor. What would be your reaction had Alan Cumming asked you or tapped you on the shoulder, okay, you're going to be a traitor through this whole season? Do you think you would have made it through further than Carolyn Danielle? What about that?
I would have had a tough time, man. I would have had a tough time. I would have got less sleep, because you have to stay longer, and the sun already goes down at like 1 a.m. in Scotland anyway. So I would have got less sleep, but I'm a competitive person. It's just at that time, I don't think I wanted to be a traitor. So I don't know how I would have reacted. I think I would have been really bad at it. And, I just I wouldn't take the team aspect, the messy aspect of it, and I would have maybe told on myself. To be honest with you, that wouldn't have turned out good. Everything turned out the way that I wanted it to, and that gives you, that kind of reminds me how important it is to be yourself and have a good time, because you can actually make it far in life, not just in traders, but if you're yourself and you just want to have a good time and you're not pushing people over and you're not, you're thriving, you're working hard, the universe is always going to bring that same energy back to you. And if you're doing that vice versa, the same thing. So, that was a good reminder for me from the traders.
You are such a positive lad. I can't wait to see what's next from you. For now, keep watching the Traitors up till the finale Thursday nights on Peacock. Thank you so much, Sam.
Thank you.